Welcome to Speed Scene Live TV, the only show dedicated to the sportsman racer. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, Hedman Hustler Headers, M&H Tires, and TheFote.com. With your hosts, Diana Mike, Bruce Barker, and Scott Lucky Hudson.
Hey, I'm Donnie Couch, and tonight we're taking over this Speedway Speed Scene Live show with Speedway bikes tonight. The Funny Car Factory went from 4 wheels to 2 wheels, but we still got Scott Lucky Hudson.
Yeah, that's right. I'm on 2 wheels. Wait, how many wheels?
2, 3, 4.
I'm not
and
sure.
We got Bruce Barker at the controls.
Hi-oh, hey-oh, and other oh-ohs. I feel like I should be eating Oreos. I don't know where all that came from, but hey, yeah, welcome to Speed Scene Live. Donnie Couch, good to see you in. I think it's been a few minutes since you were last here.
Yeah, a month or two or something. Anyway.
Something like that.
Nice to have you back, Donnie, as always. You know, you do a great job on the show, and a lot of stuff going to happen tonight. But before we get into all that, we've got some cool footage to show you. This is some of the type of racing we're going to get into. But I want to let you guys know that if you're in the Southern California area, Mark Dawson is putting on a bracket race at Bakersfield January 4th through the 6th. It's got $2,500 to win in box and no box. It's got a guaranteed payout. So all you guys that want somewhere to race in the winter, here it is. Mark Dawson does a great job. Make sure you show up and support the race.
Nice. Hey, I want to let you know March Meet's coming up at Famoso, March 7th through the 10th. Ooh, man, that's going to be some excellent days of racing. You can buy your spectator tickets online right now at TheFote.com. That's TheFote.com, where, of course, the crew updates exist, where you can get your direct line to us during the show.
I'm on there right now, Bruce. I'm talking to people now about the March Meet and all different stuff.
Excellent. By the way, I have March Meet. Come see us at the Curry Rear Ends Hedman Hustler Headers booth. Want to let you know Bryant Layton will not be on the show tonight. He's taken that 6-hour break. And with the PRP Seats and Belts Off-Road Report, he's going to be back, of course, when we resume broadcasts in 2013. Hot Rod Bog Beck, kind of the same deal. Not on this week. We look forward to having him on the show coming up next year as well. Hey, you know, Lucky, last week we had a guest, Alex the Car Girl Roggio.
She was a fun guest, I think.
Man, and she's going to be back in February. We had a lot of great video and still shots to take a look at, as well as her herself. We had a great interview with Bones Balo. You know, we were discussing this months ago. Am I saying Bones' last name right now?
Well, I don't know. I always call him Balo, but he says it's pronounced Baylog. And, you know, he's real famous for driving all those famous cars, the Big John Masmanian Willys Gasser. And, you know, so he's a great guy, one of my favorite drivers out there.
Yeah, well, and speaking of Willys, even that I found out a month or two ago on the Great American Auto Scene, that my whole life I've been saying the name of that car wrong.
That's right.
I can't believe it. So, well, anyway, Rocky Perron's going to be talking about his incredible cars. All that great stuff is coming up in 2013 as Speed Scene Live resumes.
Yeah, I think it's Bones Ballou, and I kind of know this cat. He works at Benolia Pistons, and he's driven those gas cars forever.
So you're saying
a great job.
You're saying it how?
Well, Ballou, but I mean, we could bet on it. We can make a phone call and find out. But,
I don't know, man.
You know, while we're waiting for that phone call, hey, we have a big event coming up here at the Grand at Industry Hills, California. It's the Monster Energy World Challenge, where they're going to have the European riders come over and challenge the American riders. And we've got quite the lineup that are going to be here for that race. In fact, tonight we have Kelly Inman, who's the track promoter. He's in studio with us. We got Maverick Malloy, who runs the junior cars and the junior bikes. Also, Gino Manceris will be in studio with us, and we're going to be having a call from Greg Hancock and Billy Hamill, two of the biggest stars out there in speedway racing.
Man, it is one full show there, Donnie.
It's going to be. It's going to be. So I'd like to bring on Kelly Inman. He's the promoter. I'd like to talk about what's coming up on the 29th, because it's an epic event and Monster's behind it. But also with Monster being involved, they really promote the kids for this race. And Kelly, tell us a little about who's going to be out here. Who are some of the riders coming from Europe?
We've got the most well-known athlete out of Poland, Thomas Golub. We've got Antonio Lindback out of Sweden, Freddie Lindgren out of Sweden. We've got Hans Andersen that's come in. He's a Dane that's replacing Emil Sayfutdinov that's unfortunately had to pull out for a medical emergency. We've got Scotty Nichols, a multi-time British champion, and then of course Greg Hancock and Billy Hamill and Ricky Wells, Gino Manzarez, Charlie Menegas, Jimmy Fishback. I mean, we've got really do have the best show that there has been in almost 30 years.
Well, Kelly, this really is an international event then. I mean, you got people from all over the world coming to Southern California just for this one night of racing.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's big. There hasn't been an event like this in about 25, almost 30 years. We had that 82 World Final at the LA Coliseum, and then after that we had the World Team Cup races at Long Beach Veterans Stadium, but we haven't had anything like this in an international top caliber field since then.
Kelly, how do you pull all this together? What brought on this race?
A lot of work, a lot of effort from a lot of people. We've got Billy Hamill and Martin Hagen. We're talking with Monster Energy and wanting to get a prelude race out there, prelude to the Grand Prix series, to bring one over here in the United States. And they really like our arena, and it's very similar to the arenas throughout Europe with the roof, and they just like the feel. They know a little bit about me and my background, my promoting. I've got a big following and support from all the riders, and it's just been a huge effort from a lot of people, and I've been working on it for about 6 months. And Monster Energy has just come in massive amounts here.
Well, it seems like a lot of work and one night of racing. We know it starts at today, and of course you can get there earlier. A lot of things to do with the Grand. They have a band come on and play. They got great restaurant, great bar. There's a great bar in turn 3.
There's several good bars in there.
I might be out there hanging out there and doing a little coverage. The food is
really good. The food is really good. It's affordable. It's big servings, really good stuff. Hey, I got a couple people on thefote.com talking to me, and a lot of people have not heard about the track at City of Industry. So, Donnie, tell people a little bit about where it's located and how they can get there.
Well, it's basically off the 60 freeway between, it's on Temple, where the Industry Hills Hotel and Golf Course is. It's on the backside. It used to be the horse arena, and I think they've pretty much shut that down. Kelly came in and for a lot of years been racing speedway out there. And it's got the covered awning, video playback, great grandstands. It's great for the kids. They have a lot of concessionaires out there selling cotton candy. They got the band. I mean, they got everything out there. And let me tell you, when this race starts at 7:30 and they go to about 10, it rocks. There's not a minute to spare. The only time you get a break is when they do the track prep and you got to run and get your food and your libations. You know that, Lucky.
I know how that goes.
Yeah. So
now I've been there a lot of times and had a lot of fun. You've got a lot of colorful drivers out there, or riders, I guess you would call them. But you've got one of my favorite riders on the studio tonight. Why don't you introduce a gentleman that's not only a speedway rider, but also recently got involved in the world of drag racing?
Yeah. Next up, Maverick Malloy. 10 years old. I've been hanging around the speedway track and met this cat, and he's quite the incredible rider, and he's won a lot of races, been on the podium quite a few times. He's really focused on what he does, but he's still a kid. And we got to talking. We had a mutual friend, Dale Worsham, and he said he wanted to drive a top fuel dragster like Dale Worsham. I said, well, I can help you get started anyway. Can't help you get that far, but we'll put you in a junior dragster.
Give it time.
Yeah, and money, right? So we'll get that from his dad. But anyway, we took Maverick out to Verona and let him do some testing. There was a race there, and Mav, with his concentration that he learned from the speedway bike and his commitment to anything he does that's mechanical, went to the semifinals, took the points leader out, and it was quite the event for me and his dad. You would have thought we won the Indy 500 when we saw Mav go down the track, but Maverick Malloy, he's our hero over there. 10 years old. Mav, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, you excited? You get to race this weekend with the big boys from Europe?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going
Yeah.
to be a good night.
Well, I got something to say. Mav's got a little announcement. He's got a brand new bike that just came over from Europe. I think they're going to uncrate that baby tomorrow. Kind of an early Christmas present. I mean, got a junior dragster, a new bike. I mean, this kid's Santa Claus has already come to town. But Mav, you excited about riding the new bike?
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. I've ridden one of the Hagen bikes before. It's much easier to control, and it's a blast.
Now, that other bike, this one here we're showing, that was like a half-scale bike or something. I believe the new one's a 7/8 scale. And you tested one of those 7/8 scale bikes out at Inland, out there in San Bernardino. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
How did it feel compared to your little bike?
It was way easier. It was fun. It was much more fun than.
That's interesting. So it's a bigger bike, but it was easier to ride.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah.
I need a bigger car. That Lincoln outside's not fat enough, Donnie Couch.
Well, we want Mav, if you win this race, you got to bring the trophy to Speed Scene Live and maybe, dedicate it to us over here, But,
Well, now, Maverick, you've also been driving that junior, and are there other types of racing that you're interested in maybe doing in the future? NASCAR, sprint cars, stuff like that?
There is one motorsport I would like to get into, trophy carts.
Okay, that's like an off-road type deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Well, he goes out to rides quads out to the desert with the Worsham family and his father. They all go out to the desert with their toter homes and motor homes. And so he rides on the dirt every chance he gets. This kid's a motorhead. And I'm telling you, in the future, you're going to see this kid in the big show at NHRA.
Well, Donnie, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk some more about the race. Also, hey, don't you have some free tickets to give out tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to, give a pair of tickets for the December 29th Monster Energy World Challenge to, like the second caller, let's say.
Okay, the second
caller.
Right now?
Right now.
Then,
call in.
Then call in at 1-800-809-0802. That's a toll-free number, 800-809-0802.
Whew, Speed Scene Live. We're going to be right back.
Hi, I'm Bobby Boogaloo Schwartz, and when I'm not winning here at Industry Speedway, I'm watching Speed Scene Live.
For over half a century, Currie rear-end components have been twisting out the torque and taking the punishment. And the new Currie lineup is stronger than ever. Some of the world's most capable, hardest-working vehicles depend on Currie gears, which is why you can too. Street cars, hot rods and resto rods, drag cars, rock-crawling four-wheel drive vehicles, whatever you're piloting, Currie expertise and rock-solid design means the parts will do their job, so you can do yours. Check out Currie's custom rear ends, featuring a full line of upgrades, components, and installation options. The Currie Crate rear ends lineup offers ultra-strong construction on third members and carrier assemblies. And other underside parts, like correct link steering systems, keep your four-wheeler pointed where you want it. Add in a wide variety of solid, purpose-built suspension and brake components, and you've got one tough, ready-to-go machine. Grab a hold of a Currie rear end. Talk to the experts at 714-367-2679 or view the complete line online at CurrieEnterprises.com.
Whether you have a hot rod that needs more hustle or a muscle car that needs more muscle, if it's more power you want, Hedman has it. Since 1954, Hedman headers have worked harder, fit better, and lasted longer than the new guys on the block. In fact, Hedman headers are so tough, they're guaranteed for life. So log on to Hedman.com tonight, because if it's more power you want, Hedman has it.
Welcome back to Speed Scene Live TV with your hosts, Diana Mike, Bruce Barker, Scott Lucky Hudson, the Off-Road Report with Bryant Layton and the Great American Auto Scene with Bob Beck.
And of course, Bryant Layton off tonight with the PRP Seats and Belts Off-Road Report, and as well the Great American Auto Scene with Hot Rod Bob Beck, who's going to return in 2013 with all new cars. Well, Donnie, of course, that would be all old cars. Hey, thanks, by the way, for calling in at 800-809-0802. We got our slew of ticket winners for this portion of the show. However, Donnie, am I right? There's more tickets coming?
We're going to give another couple pair away later on in the show, so keep listening.
Nice. All right, man. Lucky handling the phones right now. Dynamite, I should have mentioned, is off on assignment tonight. Maybe that assignment's getting ready for Christmas. I don't know, man.
Well, we've got Gino Manceras in studio. He's one of the riders that's going to take on those Europeans the 29th at Industry Hills. So, Gino, welcome to the Speed Scene Live, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Hey, when you rode a little bit this year at Industry, and you were actually overseas racing for a while. Can you talk a little bit about what countries you were in?
Been all over, from England to Italy to just pretty much wherever you can think of. I've been there.
So you're a local guy. Where are you from? You're from Corona? Or something?
Corona, California. Just moved over to Costa Mesa.
Costa Mesa. You'd be closer to that track, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of partial to Industry Hills, but we'll make that jaunt down there to see you ride. I've seen you ride before. You're a heck of a rider out there. And what's your expectations for this race with all the top riders coming over?
Just to stay consistent and have as much fun as I can and take the biggest learning curve of my career, actually.
Well, I've seen you ride. I know you're not afraid to bump shoulders with any of those riders out there, and I don't know if they play dirty over there in Europe or not, but any certain riders that really just stand out that are coming over here that we got to watch for?
Every single one of them, to be honest, but like you said, I take every rider at the same way. Nothing phases me, actually. I'm really excited.
But Gino, you got some sponsors and people helping you out. I know it's a big effort to get these bikes to the track, and you guys seem to be running quite a bit more this year. It's like a resurgence of Speedway. So, what sponsors do you have that are helping you out?
Well, big thanks to my manager and boss, Rob Fischler, Cody Products, Hagen Shocks, Oakley, Arai, and my good friend Mike Kelly.
Oh, that's good. So they're helping you out this year, and they'll be at the race on the 29th. Hey, you don't know, I kind of hang out with that guy, Brian Shepard. I don't know if you know him. He's kind of shady, but, that's who I hang out with. So you could look me up over there in
Donnie,
his pit area.
Donnie, let me introduce, interject.
Enter something.
Intersection. We've got a caller on line 1 that'd like to talk to Maverick. Maverick, you got a phone call on line 1?
Whoa.
Michael, welcome to the show. Michael, you're on air with Maverick Malloy.
Hey, Maverick.
Hi, Michael.
So how you like the karts?
It's fun. It's a good time.
The drag racers.
It's a good time.
Drag racers are the best, right, Mav?
Wait, I thought this was a show about Speedway.
Oh, it is?
Are you going to go to the Monster Energy?
Yeah.
Did you get invited?
Yeah, I did. Did you?
Yeah, I got invited, right?
Is Michael, are you a Speedway rider also?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Are you going to be racing Mav?
Yeah.
And who's going to win, you or Maverick?
I don't know. Depends on the track and the rider.
Well, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, Michael, thanks a lot for calling in, okay?
All
right. Bye-bye. Good luck at the
Michael.
race.
Thank you. Bye, Maverick.
Bye.
Hey, Mav, you got a little fan base out there, huh? I know you're pretty popular already at the junior dragsters. Hey, Mav, you got some help from some sponsors. Would you like to thank them now while we got a moment?
Yeah. I'd like to thank Prolong, Maniac Mike's Cafe, Joker Machine, Black Flies, Roscoe's Deli, Spikes, Starters, Performance Machine, Hellbound Speedway, and Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
That is
I'm going to adopt you, Mav. So, I'm going to be your dad. But,
And
hey, don't forget Maniac Mike. We got to mention him several times because he always brings us sandwiches to the races.
Yeah.
So.
And my Uncle Mike.
Uncle Mike, he's here. I seen him floating around behind the studio. I think he's going through some of our personal belongings outside the studio there.
Oh,
you know, we got to keep an eye on him. But okay, well, Gino, you know, we'd like to talk about what's your strategy for this week. We don't really know the format. It's a different format from what people, what they normally run at Industry Hills. What is the format that the European guys race?
Well, on the 29th is going to be a GP format. It's basically the most professional way you can run an event besides the points championships. But there's going to be, each of us are going to have 4 to 5 races and 2 semis in the main event. Top 8 riders go to the semis. Top 2 from each semi go straight to the main event.
So everything's by points and by laps, so everything's wide open each run. Everybody's fighting to, what do you got to finish first or second to transfer?
Yep, just plug those points away each time.
Wow, so you got to be on your game.
Absolutely.
Every lap. That's going to be, with 8 Europeans, 8 Americans, it's going to be one hell of a show out there.
Hey, Gino, what do you do to prep? Like, do you get in a certain mindset? Because you guys are out there, you know, you're riding hard for a while. It's not like a quarter-mile drag race.
Yeah.
So is there anything special you go through, like mentally or whatever, to get ready for a race?
Yeah, basically everyone wants to get mentally prepared as much as they can to stay focused, clear head, clear mind, just as much as you can. And basically it's all about the start. That's my game plan. Plug them away every start I can. I'm going to line up to the tapes and just concentrate on nothing else.
Man, I would think you'd want to avoid, you know, anything that distracts you. You know, you don't want to get into an argument or anything beforehand. You don't want to eat, I don't know, spicy food.
Spicy food.
Now, I got a couple questions on here. What does GP stand for?
Grand Prix.
Grand Prix, okay. And then some young lady on here wants to know about Gino. Gino, are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'll let her know. Maverick, how about you? Married?
No, I'm not married.
Okay.
I heard he's engaged, but he's not
engaged.
Not me asking. Okay, I'm just reading the questions. Okay. Hey, you know, we've got really a legendary racer on line 1, and Donnie, maybe you'd like to do the introduction.
Well, hey, this is Billy Hamill, and he's world champion in '96, world team champion in 1998, AMA national champion 99, 2001, 2002, 2007, 2012.
Stang!
SRA U.S. Nationals champion 2002, 2007, 2012. I seen him win at Costa Mesa the last race. He battled Gennaro out there pretty hard. Very impressive. Well, one thing about this guy, he's bringing up the youth. He's helping some of the younger riders. He has classes for them. And I seen this cat, you know, racing hard and winning out there at Industry Hills. But when the juniors are up, he's like shaking all their cats' hands out there and encouraging these young kids. And my hat's off to this guy. Billy Hamill, welcome to the show, bud.
Hey, thanks, Donnie. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, I know you've been on the road. You were up in Oregon or something, and you were trying to get to the studio. But hopefully you were in a container unrolling Maverick's new bike.
Yeah, that's right. We actually just got confirmation that we got a 40-foot shipping container full of Speedway bikes coming over on. Actually, Mav, it's going to be here Thursday, so. Make sure you if you got to play hooky from school, that's the day to do it.
Awesome, thanks, Billy.
You're welcome, buddy.
Well, he's already on Christmas vacation, so I'm sure he'll come down there and help out at any time. That's really a nice Christmas present. But hey, Billy, we're getting into one of the biggest races we've seen in quite a long time here, and I know you're excited, and everybody's buzzing about it. There was a good pre-sale on the discount tickets, but what are your thoughts going into this race?
Oh, just super pumped about it. You know, I mean, American Speedway hasn't seen a race like this in decades, and you know, to have such a field stacked internationally and nationally, I think, you know, Speedway fans are going to see Speedway at a whole different level than probably most of them have ever seen. So, you know, I think it's one that the Speedway fans are not going to want to miss, and I think the American riders are going to rise to the occasion as well. So it's just a win-win all the way around for riders. The sport of Speedway is, you know, having a tremendous resurgence right now with Monster Energy's help and support, and we're very fortunate to have some good things going on, and we've got some really fast kids that are going to be showcased, including Maverick, on the night as well. So I think it's just an excellent evening, and we couldn't ask for a better place in Industry Speedway.
Yeah, well, I've got our little promoter friend here, Kelly, back on the mic here. So we've been talking you up, and we're really excited about it. Kelly, I know you got a couple things to ask Billy, and
no, I just we just want to thank Billy. Billy was instrumental in getting this event off of the ground 6 months ago, and I'm fortunate to have known Billy for 30 plus years, and we're really close. We've and I think he knows where my heart is in Speedway, and we've put a pretty good team together. And with Monster, they're more than a sponsor; they're actually a partnership in helping grow American Speedway and the youth development. It really couldn't be a better situation. I mean, it's just amazing.
You know what gets me is, Billy, how do you feel about this race? It's in, between the holidays. Normally we're off till when you guys start racing again in April or somewhere in there. So, it's kind of throwing everybody off. How do you prepare for that? I mean, we've got, we already had the end of the season race. Of course, we saw you win at Costa Mesa with that. And we saw you win at Industry Hills quite a bit. But, how do you get out of that little holiday deal and get back in mentally prepared for that?
Well, that's a good question. I guess we'll find 29th. It's something totally different than I've ever done. I've never really raced this time of year. I have, but it's always been in Australia, where it's summertime. So this is totally different. But there's no issues with my preparation. I know that this field is the hardest field that I've ridden against in many years. So I know it's going to be an awesome race, and I just hope to rise to the occasion. And I'm sort of reveling at the opportunity to race guys like Thomas Golub, and of course Antonio Lindbeck, Freddie Lindgren. I mean, that's the whole deal about it is. There's not a weak link in here, man. You're just not going to be able to predict a winner on any race, And I think these Europeans, people have said, "Oh, how do you think they're going to adapt and whatnot?" We're going to be racing the best riders in the world. They adapt. They've ridden tracks all around the world, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. It's something that I'm not underestimating. That's certainly true, and hopefully. Who knows? They'll underestimate guys like myself and Manzares.
Hey, well, when you guys go over to Europe and all those countries and race against those guys, how do they treat you over there?
Very well. Throughout, the different countries that I've went to, very well. I mean, Sport of Speedway is huge in places like Poland, Sweden. It's one of the top sports. Thomas Golub, the Polish Speedway rider, I believe he's the highest paid sportsman in Poland. So,
wow.
It's to a whole different level. So it's, you kind of get that celebrity treatment in some countries, but then, you come home and you're just a normal dude. So it's a little bit of the best of both worlds, really.
Well, man, we're certainly looking forward to it, Billy. And hey, let me ask you one thing: is there any different preparation you do to the bikes? I mean, I know during the summer you're out there every week, and it's kind of the same tracks and the same riders. I mean, you gear up, you got bigger motors, you freshened everything up. What exactly are you doing to these bikes to get prepared?
Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to make sure that we've got them as mechanically sound as possible. Not, I wouldn't want to change too much. I rather kind of get on something that I know that I'm familiar with, just to I try to avoid any uncertainty, and really it's just preparation and trying to make sure that you're not going to have any mechanical gremlins sneak up on you. So that's really as far as the mechanics of it go. And then hopefully I won't eat too much turkey and pumpkin pie on Christmas.
You got to make sure you still fit in those leathers, huh? Well,
That's right.
Billy,
That's right.
it's a pleasure having you call into the show. We're really looking forward to seeing you ride against these guys on December 29th, and we wish you the best. And a lot of people, if they're interested, and I know you raise these bikes and teach a lot of kids and sell bikes, that these people can go to BillyHamill.com is the best way to look up what you're doing over there, Billy.
Yeah, it's not really up and running. I mean, we do have a Facebook page, which is Hagen Shocks,
Okay.
Billy Hamill Speedway Academy.
Okay.
And we usually post the dates that we do speedway training classes. And what we basically do, just real quickly, is we provide the bikes, boots, and steel shoe, which are pretty they're limited, but we provide those motorcycles for kids from 8 to 15 years old to let them try speedway, and if they like it, then we can guide them in the right direction. Just much like we did with Maverick probably about 4 years ago now when he bought his first bike off us.
Hey, I'd like to ride one of those. You got training wheels or something? I'm going to need.
I got bikes for all shapes and sizes.
I don't know about my size or shape. Yeah, shape. But hey, I'm going to need a cup holder too and a cigarette lighter for my cigar. They don't even give me a cigarette lighter or anything to light my cigar. So I'm going to need a cigarette lighter, cup holder, training wheels, the whole deal. Maybe a flag to hang off the back.
The thing that Billy and Martin Hagen have put together for the junior program is bar none. Is just, it's amazing. They can bring in some of these kids from other facets of motorsports, whether it's motocross or supermoto, road racing, anything like that, and somebody can get out there and try to ride speedway, and as soon as they get on it, they love the sport and they love the people that are in it, and they're giving them an opportunity to ride a bike without having to go out and spend some money, get the feel for it. It's just an amazing little organization they've put together.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like we keep saying, this is an epic event. So, Billy, thank you for being on the show.
All right, guys, and thanks for the coverage, and we look forward to seeing you guys at the races. I'm sure you don't want to miss it.
Oh, we won't, believe me. Essentially,
Right
Kelly's going to give us all tickets here.
Yeah, you can get your tickets, Donnie, at IndustryRacing.com.
What? Well, I thought you had them in your pocket or something. I only need 30 or 40 of them.
Hey, pre-sale's still going until Saturday.
So I've got a lot of people asking about coming down and seeing the race. They never heard about it. A bunch of the junior dragsters want to come down and cheer Maverick on, so they can go to City.
Actually, go to IndustryRacing.com.
IndustryRacing.com.
Yeah, all the info, the pre-sale info. It's a really easy website to navigate, and it's a ticketing agency similar to Ticketmaster. And everybody that comes down to the event, they're going to be treated to the best racing that's been in the States in almost 30 years. And then they can go into the pits afterwards and meet all of these riders and shake their hands and get their autographs and take some pictures. The riders are just something else with the fans.
And like I mentioned, I've been there many times. Parking's right there by the entrance. If you don't buy online, you can buy tickets at the gate. I recommend you show up early, catch some, hang out. I've been there a lot of times where you guys had some cool cars or something on display. What will you have on display this time?
Well, with Monster Energy's involvement, we'll have some of the Monster Energy sponsored trucks, like probably Casey Curry's vehicle and a couple of the other off-road trucks.
Nice. Casey Curry, I'm on the Curry race team. Big fan of his and like to see him out there promoting, so that's great. And, it's always so much fun there. It's easy to get to. It's right off the freeway. Parking's easy. Beautiful location. Fantastic place to go to an event.
And the food's good. And did I mention they had a couple bars out there? Actually, you can sit in turn 2 at the bar, have your drinks.
We'll call it the Dirt Bar.
The Dirt Bar.
Now, what's the philosophy towards tailgating? Is that okay? I mean, can people show up early?
No, not on the facility.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, they can show up. The gates are going to be open around 4 o'clock, so they can come in and see some of the stuff that's going on before the event. Monster Energy will have a VIP hospitality area, do some sampling with some of their rigs there, and we'll just have a really good vibe going in the courtyard.
VIP hospitality, Lucky. That sounds like us.
Nice. Nice. Well, listen, I know you got more callers coming up. Let's take another commercial break, get that out of the way, and then we can just sail through the rest of the show. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
All right, stand by. Speed Scene Live. Thanks for joining us. It's a full house, and, well, of course, you make it complete. That sounds like a line from Titanic. All right, we'll be right back.
Hi, my name's Joe Lapone. I'm the driver of the Darrell Hubbard D-Bar-D Racing Pro Street Camaro National Record Holder car. And when I'm not driving and tuning that car and working with my great crew, I'm watching Speed Scene Live.
M&H Tires, makers of racing tires that give you the best bite for the buck. You've paid a lot for that horsepower. Make sure you use it all. M&H Tires has the best compounds available for maximum traction. Go to mandhtires.com. That's mandhtires.com. Buy direct and save at the website and mention the Speed Scene for a 5% discount. That's right, mandhtires.com. Call them at 661-324-4773. M&H Tires has tech guys ready to answer your questions or to recommend the best tire for you. Slicks or DOT. M&H Tires has it all. M&H were the first to create racing tires for muscle cars and also the first to create racing tires for sport compact cars. Legendary M&H Tires. Shop online, mention the Speed Scene, and save 5%. Get the best racing tires, great personal service, and save 5%. Go to mandhtires.com or call them at 661-324-4773. MNHTires.com.
Everyone in the armed forces that has served to defend our great country and our freedom, all of us here in the United States of America would like to offer our sincere appreciation for all that you do and all that you've done. To every family that has made a sacrifice for us, we thank you. Welcome back to Speed Scene Live TV with your hosts, Diana Mike, Bruce Barker, Scott Lucky Hudson, the Off-Road Report with Bryant Layton, and the Great American Auto Scene with Bob Beck.
Welcome back to the show. Hot Rod Bob and as well Bryant Layton off tonight, man, as everybody gets ready for the big-time holidays. I'm Bruce Barker. Also in the house tonight is Lucky Hudson.
Yeah, man, we're here hanging out with Gino. Who's on the phone, Bruce?
Hey, let's pick this up. Hey, welcome to Speed Scene Live. Who's this?
This is Suzette.
Suzette is on the phone, and you wanted to give a shout-out to Gino, is that right?
That happens to be my son, and everyone here in Corona wants to say we love you very much, Gino, and we're so proud of you. And Ryder sends you big kisses.
Nice. Well, excellent. Thanks so much for calling in. That was very kind. And, of course, to do it live is just, man, you don't get another shot for that for a while, I'm certain.
You know, we were kind of hoping that, you know, Gino had his hopes up. He heard a girl was on the phone. I don't think he's really hoping it was his mom, but that's nice, too.
Way to go,
I love
Gino.
you, son. I'm so proud of you. Love you, Gino. Yeah, Gino.
Wow, Gino, sounds like you got a great family out there, man.
It's a fan club.
Huh?
So the whole family's coming out to see him race at the Invitational, right?
Everybody.
Oh, you know it.
We're going to have our T-shirts sporting it.
Nice, nice. Way to go. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thanks a lot for calling.
Thank you. I'm going to call back for free tickets, though.
You got it. You got it. So, Donnie, will there be any more free tickets tonight?
Well, how many did we give away so far?
3 pair,
I think 3 pairs.
We got one more pair to give away. We'll probably do that.
Man.
You know,
not right now.
Not right now.
Hang in there later in the show. But Bruce, before we get back into Speedway, I got to make a plug for Lynch Custom. It's a painting company that does helmets and race cars and all that stuff. And their Facebook page is up. And what they're doing right now, it's sort of a late-minute deal, but they're auctioning off a snowboard that's painted with this front-engine top-fuel dragster. And the young lady that's sitting behind it, unfortunately, this 3-year-old girl is battling a rare form of leukemia right now. So if you can go to the Facebook page, get more info. Bruce, how would they find this Facebook page?
All right, here's the address. We'll have it up on print, by the way, on the screen in about half a minute. But it's facebook.com, like you'd expect, and then lynch.customs.9. Lynch is LYNCH.customs.9. So facebook.com/lynch.customs.9.
And if you get a chance, go on and hook up with the people and bid on the snowboard. Great painter. It's going to a great cause, helping out a little girl at Christmas time. And anyway, back to the racing. I know we've got another big name coming up. And, Maverick, you don't have your family calling in tonight, but you got your family here in the studio. Of course, your dad, Donnie Couch.
Yeah.
And your adopted dad, who at some point in your life you're going to turn around and say, at that point, my whole life went off course.
Changed. That'll be when he's in prison, though. Like he'll be going, that guy maybe steered me the wrong way.
Maybe.
Junior, maybe. But I think he's going to go on to, a top fuel career. In fact, I know he will.
Well, I really like the fact that you're an all-around driver, and I've been out at Bakersfield when you were racing, and I know you're running that dragster, the junior dragster, and I've seen you out at the Speedway. You do a great job. You got a real competitive spirit, so I really like that, and I really commend you for that. So regardless of what's going on with Donnie Couch.
Thanks a lot, Lucky. I don't think you're going to be in that monster VIP lounge with me on the 29th,
I just ruined
I'll
my
be
VIP.
waving to you, though, okay? So
I'll be the guy arrested for tailgating.
There you go. Yeah, you got to get there early. It's quite a bit of stuff goes on before that race. Of course, the race starts at 7:30, and it's fast-paced, and it's usually over by 10 because of the curfew. But get there early, get a good seat. They got a good Mexican restaurant there, all kinds of, the kettle corn and the bar, and usually they have a band there. Kelly, we got a band this year?
Actually, we've got a DJ coming in.
Okay. I mean, not the Rolling Stones are going to be there. Pay-per-view
Well,
deal.
actually, Mick Jagger is working as a DJ now.
You never know.
I don't want to dig into that. That's my boys, the Rolling Stones.
I'd work on it.
Let's bring up Greg Hancock. And, Greg, I want to welcome you to the Speed Scene Live. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks a lot. I got to back up there. I wanted some of that ghetto corn.
Ghetto corn. Hey, Greg, it's Donnie Couch, and welcome to the show. We know that you tried getting up here, and with the traffic and everything, you got delayed. But, just so some of these people out here, we usually do it on the drag race stuff and a lot of other things. So we're trying to bring up the Speedway thing. But, man, you're that 8-time national champion, 2-time world champion. Hey, we got your right-hand man, Kelly Inman, sitting right next to me. And he says nothing but good about you. I know you've been overseas in Sweden and racing over there. I have never seen you ride, but everybody's talking about how you ride, and you certainly get a lot of ink over there and win races. So, are you ready for this gig this coming 29th?
Oh, heck yeah, man! Kelly and I we go way back in life here, so we've got nothing but good to say about each other, unless we know who's listening. And,
it's a family show, Greg.
No way, we go back, and Speedway's been our lives. For me, it's these days I'm primarily based overseas and racing on the at another like a league level that they have over there, and then the World Championship, of course. So this event that Kelly's putting on the 29th is, for us, is huge because it's probably the first time since the mid 80s, really, or late 80s, that we've had an event of this nature in Southern California, and definitely you don't want to miss out because you're going to have some of the world's best riders there.
Well, it's probably a little different. You've been racing with all those Europeans all year, and these guys out here haven't. Some of them don't travel over there. I know that Gino has over there, and Billy Hamill. I don't know about the other riders, but you've mixed in and know how these guys ride. Is there a certain type of strategy you use when you come over here? Or?
You know what? Fortunately, I grew up in this game here, and I pretty much know the ropes for the small tracks. Although you tend to have an eye opener practice session here when you come back home because the tracks are a lot smaller. And but I've been overseas for a lot of years, and I race against these guys over there in their territory, and we're a minority, so to speak, in the game in Europe, and for them to come over here for me is kind of like it's like a blessing because we never get a chance to run against these guys in our own environment, and this for me is one thing that you want to go out there and shine, of course, and show them how we were brought up and how we do it here on the small tracks. So it's going to be a tough job for a lot of those guys, but I wouldn't underestimate any one of them.
No, when you're racing over there, how did the fans treat an American over there racing and whooping up on their boys over there? How do they treat you?
They treat you good as long as everybody's kicking your butt.
Yeah, but when you're kicking their butt, I mean, are they throwing beer bottles? I don't know what they drink over there. Lucky, the big old lagers of beer or something. But,
you got it. In England, it's a pretty well respected sport. And then I got to say, in most cases, they respect the Americans quite a bit. We're lucky like that. But, the guys who were there before us have paved the way and opened doors and created like a showmanship that we kind of follow in the footsteps or try to follow suit, And I think the Americans are pretty flamboyant people and outgoing, always positive, and they like that, although they still like to see us when we're not standing on top of the podium all the time. But it's one of them things, They like, you get your fair weather fans, and I've been there quite a few years now, and developed a pretty good fan base that I don't try not to burn bridges and stay pretty loyal to the teams that I ride with, but the people they're cool, man. You have your moments, and in Poland they tend to throw beer bottles and all sorts of firecrackers and toilet paper at you if you're defeating their home team, but that makes it fun too.
Wow, that sounds like a night out with Brian Shepard or something.
And there's a huge amount of fans in the races in Poland every week. It's just a huge amount. That fan base is crazy.
Well, we know the crowd has been building every race this summer. Kelly, you guys done a great job out there at the Grand, and we've seen the crowds get bigger and bigger. And the last couple of races, you couldn't find an empty seat. And I went to Costa Mesa, same way. Of course, Billy Hamill won that one. That was great to see. It's going to be interesting to see how the fans out here respond to the European riders and see how good they do out here. So we're counting on you guys to hold up that American flag.
Oh, damn, we're going to give it everything we got, and you got one heck of a group of guys, American riders, that are running on their home territory here, so definitely there's going to be some noise being made. The Stars and Stripes are going to be flying at full speed, so yeah, come on out there, man. Kelly's had some great crowds, and hopefully this is going to be the tops of the whole year, although it's not going to be that easy.
Well, when you said we got one heck of a group of guys, I thought you were talking about us here at Speed Scene Live.
Of course I was,
wow.
Of course
I
roll with it.
Well, you're right, Kelly. He is politically correct.
I told you.
Kelly,
very.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, how come we don't have umbrella girls in the United States?
Yeah.
Bruce, go back to that clip right there, because
it doesn't rain here.
I was
Lucky.
going to comment on the big crowds.
Yeah, we have a roof over here.
I have a feeling there will be a few there on the 29th, right, Kelly?
You never know. You never know.
Kelly, put that on your list, will you?
I'm putting
it. It adds a touch of class.
It does.
A lot of people say that.
Hey, Kelly.
If the rules would allow Kelly to use half of his imagination, you guys would be in for one heck of a ride.
Hey, Kelly, you've raced with Greg Hancock for quite a while, and from the beginning and everything. And, why don't you tell us a little story that we might not know about Mr. Hancock? It's a family show, though, so keep that in mind.
Turn the mics off.
You gotta go, you guys.
No, there really is. There's nothing that I can say too much of. We had a lot of fun when we were young, and we're lucky we didn't end up injured. I remember
on the track or off?
Off.
Oh.
When I first got my driver's license, we borrowed a friend's Honda Civic and took off and checked out all the golf courses in the middle of the night.
Maverick, earmuffs, Matt. You can't listen to this. We're not here to corrupt them.
Every golf course is a motocross track, right?
Yeah, that's it. And at one point or another, Greg also won 5 gold medals last year in his league racing.
Well, does he wear them all the time to the races? Is that without a shirt? Is he one of those guys?
You got to see it. It's crazy.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing Mr. Hancock out there on the 29th. I mean, everybody's buzzing. Greg, what's everybody saying on your side, man?
Oh man, it's the same. This is probably one of the biggest events, like I said, that the Americans have had here for since the '80s, really. And to have it like this big name Europeans that are coming over, I think it's the beginning of something that's going to carry on for the future. And we're stoked that Monster's on board, of course. But Kelly's had a lot of time, work, and effort put into this. So for me, I hope that he gets the payout on the day, and definitely we want to see a full packed stadium on that night.
Well, we certainly agree to that. Greg, we appreciate you calling the show. We know you have a busy schedule, and we're going to come see a race out there December 29th at the Grand, providing we get those Monster Energy VIP tickets. But if not, we'll call you for those.
IndustryRacing.com.
There you go.
Great.
Thanks a lot, Greg. Appreciate it.
Hey, you got to have a great time. You guys, see you there.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Let's take a quick call. Line 2, Bruce. Why don't you bring up the caller? Welcome to Speed Scene Live.
Yeah, let me see if I can get. Okay, yeah, look at this. Too many knobs, too many buttons. There we go. Hello, Speed Scene Live.
We are talking to Lynch Customs right now. Welcome to the show. You're on live.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good. We had just mentioned your snowboard. Looks great. I wish we had more time to plug it because, it goes off in like 10 minutes?
Hold on. Let me turn my compressor off. I'm working right now.
There you go. You're always the painter,
Now he's scrambling.
Evil cycle. Well, it goes up in 10 minutes. I'm going to talk to my wife and see if we can extend it one more hour because this Speed Scene Live plug come at the last minute. My daughter's boyfriend, Cody Perkins, emailed you guys today and asked if you would do this, and then you guys called me, got the ball rolling. And it was last minute, and we really appreciate it, me and my wife. So,
well, it's our honor. Happy to help you out. Hopefully it'll be helpful, but it's a nice gesture, you. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys, too. And, me and my family, we've had some hard times over the years, and we just like to pay it forward. And this little girl, she's a couple houses away. We never knew anything about it. We just seen her a few months ago, and she was a happy little 3-year-old. And now, she's got the lymphoblastic leukemia, and she's having some rough times right now. So we're just hoping to help out. And
your website, lynch.customs, or facebook.com, lynch.customs.9.
If that's how some people have to get to it, I've always just, everybody just goes on to Lynch Customs. I've got 2 pages, Keith Lynch Customs and Lynch Customs. The one's a fan page, the other one's a friend page. I do all my work off of Lynch Customs, and it's in Riverton, Utah. And we do everything from helmets, snowboards, race cars, Harleys. I've got a room full of helmets here right now, and a Harley just come in from Wisconsin yesterday, so got a lot of work to do this next couple of weeks.
Well, thanks for calling, and we hope you're helpful. And you guys have a great Christmas, a great Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And we'll talk to you later.
You too. Race safe, guys.
All right. Hey, by the way, I wanted to mention this. Maniac Mike wanted to say, hey, what's going on, Maverick? I think he's like a sponsor or something or
Yeah,
other.
he's a sponsor. He's really nice.
Oh, that's
Good
very
guy.
yeah, because he wanted to make sure that he said, he was able to pass along the word that, man, great to deviate into the industry speedway action that's going to be happening, and having a whole lot of fun watching the show. So thanks, Mike, for calling in. Appreciate it.
Of course, Maniac Mike has a restaurant out there at the Upland Airport, I believe it is.
Yeah, it's a
Maniac Mike's. and-
super good place. They all hit breakfast first thing in the morning Wednesdays. The whole gang sits down.
We always want to give a shout out to those people that feed us, and he's always bringing great sandwiches to the races, right, Mav?
Yeah, they're
He's
awesome.
usually
They're
set up
great.
in your pit area and making it. So, hey, Mav, so we're going to do the Speedway thing on your new bike, right?
Yeah.
On the 29th. And then we got a long little layoff there, and you're going to be in the Junior Dragster for the ANRA season opener, April 19th through the 21st at Famosa Raceway. You looking forward to that?
Yep, it's gonna be a fun time.
I know your
Hopefully
dad's
they'll
got
win.
the car apart. Hey, well, what do you mean? You stare at me and say, hopefully we can win, because me and your dad are working on the car. Actually, Mav's doing a great job of driving. His dad and I, Mike Malloy, got to get a better handle on tuning the thing, but we're having fun, and we're learning how to bracket race, and we love the people at the ANRA series. Butch Hetrick, he's a great guy, and he's another guy like Billy Hamill, helping to promote the juniors. And, hey, there's a shot of your car there, Mav.
Yep.
So, we wish you luck, and we're going to come out and see ride the Speedway bike first on December 29th.
All right, thanks, Donnie.
Okay, thank you, Matt, for being on the show. Wow, that's been
Hey, I just got off the phone with another Speedway rider, a young lady by the name of Courtney, and she wanted to know if she could come on the show, and I told her we were running out of time. So I don't know if you guys know a Speedway rider by the name of
Yeah.
Courtney. She sounds like she's
Yeah.
about your age,
Mm-hmm.
and so I told her that we'll bring her on next time.
All right.
She's racing the event too.
Oh, is she? She'll
Yeah.
be at the event,
Absolutely,
huh?
yes.
Okay, so Courtney, this is it. I told you over the phone I wasn't giving you a line, so we'll bring you on next time. We'll talk about it. Hey, maybe we'll have video of her winning the event.
Wait,
racing again.
don't say that with Maverick
Yeah,
here.
sorry.
We got the Mav here. Don't
Sorry, I don't want to get you upset.
Don't ruin his Christmas.
Now, we've got about 5 minutes left in the night. Don't you have one more pair of tickets? Don't you think you should get those away?
One more pair of tickets. Let's take, the 20th caller.
The 20th caller.
Whoa. You're making us work too hard.
Okay,
Donnie.
the second caller.
We're very lazy.
Second
here.
caller, right, Mav? Okay.
1-800-809-0802. And if I pick up the phone and say you're a winner, hang on the line. If I pick up the phone and say thanks for calling, ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, we'll put your name in it. We'll call, and you can pick them right up at the track. Of course, Carol Perez has been gracious enough to give these tickets to Speed Scene Live for our fans and our audience out there. So thank you, Carol Perez. I know, Kelly, you work real close with her, promoting everything. You're a great team. And, any closing thoughts you have for this, what's coming?
No, other than if you've never been to a speedway race, this is the race to go to, hands down. There's no bigger event. You just got to get out there. It's going to be a super good show, and you won't see these riders back until possibly we can get the Grand Prix series here in 2014 is what we're working on right now. It's just going to be an amazing event, and IndustryRacing.com, we've got all the pre-sale tickets going right now.
Well, I'm sure a lot of the people that aren't familiar with Speedway, hopefully they are after this show. And I want to give a good shout out to Billy Hamill and Greg Hancock, and my new best buddy Gino Manceris drove all the way in today. The other guys, I guess they got stuck in traffic, or maybe one guy's unloading Maverick's new bike, so they were kind of busy. So Gino drove in from a long way out of town. We all battled traffic to get here and do this great event and promote it. So we're looking forward to it. And did I mention the VIP Monster passes yet? How many I need?
No, I'm deaf in that side.
Oh man! And plus, I got my buddy Brian Shepard's going to be buying everybody drinks there at the bars.
That's what I heard.
Hey, hang on a second. Bruce, bring up line 2. We've got the gentleman that just won the free pair of tickets. Mike, welcome to Speed Scene Live.
How you doing? Yeah, I'd like to donate the tickets. I know I want them, and I'm going to be going to the races anyways, and I'd like to make sure if somebody called in that really needed them, that didn't call in and wasn't able to make the second caller, that they would be able to get the tickets.
Mike, that, you know what? That's the Christmas spirit right there, you know? That's really nice of you. We appreciate you watching the show, supporting the riders like Maverick and everybody else. So thanks a lot. We're going to go ahead and give them away. If somebody out there just heard Mike and thinks they meet that criteria, give us a call, and we're going to give you Mike's tickets. Mike, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Not everybody gets on the line as quick as they can and stuff, and they get depressed and upset sometimes they can't win it. So if you guys make sure somebody that got them that really tried and deserved them would be really appreciated.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for calling in the show. And hey, maybe I better get to that 1-800-809-0802 because I need a couple tickets. Oh wait, I can't claim them, right, Bruce?
That's right. That's right.
You guys have rules and regulations.
I know. Anybody affiliated with Major League Baseball, NFL Films, any of that stuff, you just can't do it.
And you know what? We didn't even drink on the show because we got the Mav here. We didn't light the cigar.
Yeah, it was a clean show.
A clean family show tonight.
Of course, there is still like 30 seconds left. Well, heck could break loose. So.
I'll keep it clean.
Okay, we gave away the tickets, so don't call in. We got somebody that's got the tickets. So I put somebody on hold. Everybody else, I'm sorry, we gave them away. But come on out. How do they get to that website again?
IndustryRacing.com. Pre-sale's still going all the way up to the day of the event, and we just want to thank Joker Machine and Hagen Shocks and especially Monster Energy.
And
nice.
I got to remind everybody about the race at Bakersfield that's coming up. It's coming up right after New Year's weekend. Mike Dawson is putting it on January 4th through the 6th. And also Speed World Dragway in Arizona is having a hangover race. But the main deal is, hey, the World Speedway Invitational, that is happening December 29th at Industry Hills. All these racers are going to be there. They're going to be racing. It's going to be great. No breaks. It's the last race of the season, so nobody's got anything to lose, right? They're all going to just go flat out.
It's the last race of the season, and it kicks off the new season with Supercross the next weekend.
Wow.
Man, that's going to be something. Well, look at that. We are so out of time. And, of course, this is the last show of the year. I can't believe it.
That's right. We are done for the year. We will be back the first Tuesday in February.
Yeah.
Oops, I almost said September. First Tuesday in September. There I go again.
There you go.
Wow.
And I have wishful thinking. I think I need a little time off. And, we're going to take this time. We're going to make the show better. We're going to make the website better. I'm going to get better at operating better cameras. We got a lot of stuff to do. We're putting the Curry Hustler Nova back together. So we got a lot of work to do. We need a little time off. I hope everybody out there comes back February and joins us in.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Hey, Maverick, thanks for joining us in studio tonight.
Thank you.
It's been a great time. You too, Kelly?
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, and Donnie Couch, man, good to see you for the last show of the year.
Thanks for everybody. A Merry Christmas and a safe New Year, and we'll see you December 29th at the Grand at Industry Hill.
All right. Ooh, yeah, that is a great after-Christmas gift right there. All right, hey, our little gift to you is coming up next. It's the encore presentation of the show, and you don't even need like those crazy scissors to unwrap that weird, pressure-packed plasticky stuff. So it's coming up next. Thanks for joining us for another great year of Speed Scene Live. At least we like to think it was a great year of Speed Scene Live for 2012. We'll be back in 2013 with a whole bunch more shows. Hope you have a great rest of the year. Happy holidays, and wherever you might be traveling, and even if you're not, by all means, keep it safe, and we'll talk to you again in 2013 right here at Speed Scene Live.
Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online motorsports TV show. Brought to you by Curry Racing Rear Ends, M&H Tires, and TheFoe.com.